myself Bhautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I will explain you the concept of VoIP in Advanced Networking Protocol subject. So first of all, what do you mean by VoIP? VoIP means what? That is the voice over internet protocol. So already you know the different name. The name, that is the internet telephony. Then after the concept of the PSTN. So PSTN means all of you know the public switch telephone network. So here, what's the definition behind the VoIP? So here you just see the figure first of all. So in this particular figure, there are mainly two type of diagram. One diagram that totally belongs to concept of the telephone line, and second one that is totally based on the computer side. So what's the definition behind the VoIP? The definition is that VoIP means voice over internet protocol. So that's a one kind of technology that enables one to make and receive the phone calls through the internet instead of using the traditional analogy. Traditional analogy means what? That is the public switch telephone network line. So instead of using the PSTN, here using the concept of internet for the phone call, this particular technique is known as a VoIP, voice over internet protocol. So here you just see in this particular figure, so already you know in a network one concept, the name of the concept, that is known as a modem. So modem is generally used for the modulation and demodulation purpose. So here in VoIP using the concept of the cable modem. But whenever you talk about the concept of the telephone line, so at that time using the concept of the phone adapter, in between whatever the internet, so using the concept of the telephone line and using the concept of the computer. But must remember one thing, in VoIP using the concept of the cable modem, but in place of the telephone line using the concept of the phone adapter. So in short, what's the main purpose behind the VoIP? The main purpose behind the VoIP is that is generally used for making a phone call and receiving a phone call through the internet, not using the traditional analogy public switch telephone network. So that's the concept of the definition behind the VoIP. After that, what is VoIP and what's the characteristics of the VoIP? So first one, VoIP is generally used for the packetization and transportation purpose. How? That is generally used for public switch telephone system audio over an IP network. So mainly two type of transportation here. One, with using this you can transmitting a audio, and using the concept of the video also. But here with using the IP network you can directly transmitting the audio over an IP network. That's the main characteristics of the VoIP. Second thing, here transmission, two-way voice transmission over the broadband connection. Two-way voice transmission, what is the meaning of that? So generally two type of transmission in a multimedia networking, either you transmitting the voice transmission or you talk about the video transmission. So here that fully focus on the voice transmission over the broadband connection. After that, the most important point regarding the VoIP is that what's the different name of the VoIP? The different name of the VoIP. So first, that is also known as IP telephony. Another name for that is the internet telephony. Third one, that is the voice over broadband, and fourth one, that is the broadband telephony. So different name of the VoIP. So mainly four name. Again I repeat the name. First one, that is the IP telephony. Second one, that is the internet telephony. Third one, that is the voice over broadband, and fourth one, that is the broadband telephony. After that, the most important point regarding the VoIP is that what is the difference between the PSTN network and internet? PSTN means all of you know, that is the public switch telephone network, and internet. So what is the major difference between that? So here you just see, here I directly demonstrate the difference between the PSTN and internet. So first one, already you know, mainly two type of technique. switching technique, that is the part of the computer network. One, that is the circuit switching, and second one, that is the packet switching. So PSTN, public switch telephone network. So in this, voice network using the concept of circuit switching. But whenever you talk about the concept of the internet, so data network using the concept of packet switching. That is the major difference. PSTN using the circuit switching, internet using the packet switching. After that, in PSTN, already you know one important term in network or ANP, that is known as a dedicated path. What is the meaning of dedicated path here? Dedicated path means between sender and receiver you directly assigning a one path, and whatever the communication in between, that is generally with using the particular path, that is known as a dedicated path. So in PSTN, the dedicated path between calling and call party. But in internet, no dedicated path between the sender and receiver. That is the another difference between the PSTN and internet. Third one, in PSTN, whatever the bandwidth reservation, that is always in advance. Means you reserving the bandwidth for this particular transmission, so that is in advance. But in case of the internet, you can directly acquire and release the bandwidth as it needed. So according to the need, you acquire the bandwidth, and according to the need, you release the bandwidth. Fourth difference, PSTN, cost is based on distance and time in PSTN, but in internet, cost is not based on distance and time. So this is the general difference between the PSTN and internet, because that is the part of the VoIP also. Next point, how the VoIP work. How the VoIP work. How many type of signal you know? So mainly two type of signal. One, that is the analog signal, and second one, that is the digital signal. So whenever I write the concept of ADC, so what is the meaning of that? So ADC means what? Analog to digital conversion. And DAC means what? Digital to analog conversion. So in VoIP, you can directly convert the voice signal with using these two techniques. One, that is the ADC, that is the analog to digital signal, and second one, that is the DAC, digital to analog signal. How the particular procedure proceed here? So here you just see one example of that. First of all, from the source you directly transmitting the voice. Whatever the voice is that, it directly converting this analog signal to digital signal with using the A to D converter. After that, whatever the digital signal, that is directly passed to the internet. Then after, whatever the digital signal, that is directly converting to the analog signal with using the DAC. What is the meaning of DAC here? Digital to analog converter. And final one, whatever you receive at the destination side, that is known as a concept of the voice. Means you transmitting the voice and you receiving the voice. So in between, whatever the procedure, that is with using the concept of ADC and DAC, that is the part of, that is the working of the VoIP. Must remember one thing, whatever the voice traffic, whatever the transmission of the voice traffic, that is always in form of the packets. That is the most important point of the VoIP. After that, how many type of technique generally supported by the VoIP? So mainly three techniques for that. With using the VoIP, first one, you apply the compression. All of you know what is the meaning of compression. Second one, that is the encapsulation. And third one, that is the routing. Compression, encapsulation and routing. So voice is compressed with using the different codecs. Here using the concept of codec. VoIP codec is generally used for compression purpose. Some of the examples of that, the name of that G7.1164K. That is the name of the VoIP codec. Another name G7.29AB8K. And third name G723.16.3K. So these all are the names for the VoIP codec. So with using this, you can directly apply the compression in VoIP. Second one, encapsulation. Encapsulation means all of you know in object oriented programming also. What is the meaning of encapsulation? So encapsulate the data and method together. So here whatever the digitized voice is wrapped into an IP packet, that is known as a encapsulation. After that, third one, that is the routing. So routing means what? The voice packet is routed through the network to its final destination. Means whatever the voice packet is there, that is directly apply the routing through the network to its final destination. So the techniques behind the VoIP, again I repeat the name, must remember the name. First one, that is the compression. Second one, that is the encapsulation. And third one, that is the routing. After that, how many type of component of VoIP? So if I want to categorize the component of the VoIP, mainly three. First one, that is the VoIP protocols. Second one, that is the VoIP gateway. And third one, that is the VoIP codec. VoIP protocols, VoIP gateway and VoIP codecs. So here you just see, start with the first one. VoIP network model. And VoIP network model, that's the collection of or combination of different protocol at the different layer. So already you know in a OSI model, total number of layers, 7 layers. Bottom, that's the physical layer. Then after the data link layer, then after the network layer, and then after the higher layers. So in higher layers you put the application, you put the presentation, then after the session, then after the transport layer. So these all layers, that's the part of the OSI model. But whenever you talk about the concept of VoIP network model, so bottom layer, that's the physical layer, then after the data link layer, and then after the network layer. Network layer supported two techniques, two protocols. One, that is the IP. Already you know the name of that, Internet Protocol. How many type of version you know for that? Mainly two versions. One, that is the IPv4, and second one, that is the IPv6, and one, that is the IP multicast. After that, transport layer. Transport layer supported the two protocols. One, that is known as a UDP, and second one, that is known as a TCP. What is the full form of UDP? User Datagram Protocol. And TCP means what? Transmission Control Protocol. So UDP, that is the connection oriented or connectionless. So UDP, that is the connectionless, and TCP, that is the connection oriented protocol. After that, these two, that's the new one in VoIP. First one, that is the RTP. What is the meaning of RTP? Real time transport protocol. Then after the RTCP, real time transport control protocol. RTSP, real time transport streaming protocol. And one, SIP, that is the session initiation protocol. So these four, that's the new one, that's the part of the VoIP. Again I repeat the name. RTP means what? Real time transport protocol. RTCP means what? Real time transport control protocol. RTSP means what? Real time transport streaming protocol. And SIP means what? Session initiation protocol. So this is all about the concept of the VoIP network model. After that, voice SIP. SIP means all of you know, that is the session initiation protocol. So how the session initiated between the two users, which using the concept of VoIP. So that's the diagram for that. So at least you know which particular method, that's the part of that. So here you just see SIP font. Again, that is the SIP font, user A and user B. So must remember one thing, this is related to the session initiation protocol in VoIP. So first message, that is for the invite. Then after, second for the ringing. Third one, that is for the OK. After that, one for the acknowledgement. Then after, transmitting the voice with using the which protocol? RTP, real time transport protocol. then after the by, and last one, that is the termination purpose. So this is the voice SIP concept. After that, only 2 points remaining in this. One, that is the voice gateway, and one, that is the voice codec. So voice gateway means VoIP gateway. What's the functionality behind that? So VoIP gateway is generally put between the PSTN and IP network. So VoIP gateway is a one kind of gateway device that using the internet protocol to transmit and receive voice communication. So for the transmission purpose or for the receiving purpose, using the VoIP gateway. After that, VoIP codecs. So first of all, what is the meaning of codec and why we use the codec? Codec is generally used for the transmitting or converting one signal to another signal. So codecs are used to convert an analog voice signal to digitally encoded version. Means if you want to convert the analog signal into the digital, so using the concept of the VoIP codec. Must remember one thing, whatever the VoIP codec use here, that vary in the sound quality, the bandwidth requirement, the computational requirement, each and everything, that's the different one according to the selection of the VoIP codec. So if I want to put a one formula or one syntax or one logic, so the logic is that VoIP codec plus bandwidth, VoIP codec plus bandwidth is equal to your call quality. Means if you using the VoIP codec and bandwidth according to the requirement, so according to the requirement you achieve the call quality. So that's the major fundamentals behind the VoIP codecs. After that, do company wants VoIP? This is a one chart. Here I prepare one chart. Do company wants the VoIP? Means that is categorized into the different category. First, 32% belongs to very likely, 28% belongs to likely, 16% belongs to not very likely, 16% belongs to extremely likely, 4% that's the unsure using the VoIP or not, 4% not at all. So according to this, 76% will using the VoIP. So this is a one kind of chart, one kind of bar chart or pie chart. So according to the different review. After that, voice over internet protocol supported which particular fundamentals? So first one, with using this you can improving the network management. You can directly support the multimedia because that's the part of the multimedia networking. Third one, better utilization of the bandwidth with using the VoIP. And the most important thing, save the money with using the concept of VoIP. So last point in the VoIP is that what's the security risk behind the VoIP? So already you know the VoIP using the concept of internet. So which kind of security risk occur here? So first one, that is the hacking. Second one, that is the DOS. DOS means denial of service. And third one, that is the eavesdropping. So that's all about the today's session of the VoIP. Thank you for watching.